Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're in Minecraft in the Creative Builds world when we're making over a village. In the last episode we did a house in this size with the double doors in the front, so we've got 4 gaps between the pillars on this side and 3 on the side here. In the last episode we took that house and we made it double wide with the blue wood, the warped wood, and we added a little loft area for bedrooms and we made it this beautiful little house here. So this time I'd like to take the same base house and convert it in a different way, and this time we're going to use the crimson wood. So we've got this small little pretty house here. So if we go inside you can see that we've got a bed, a little bit of storage, somewhere to sit, all the basic things that you'll need for a little house. What we're going to do is we're going to extend it out the back this time. So we want to knock out this back wall here. So let's take out all the cobblestone and let's take out some of the roof underneath the structure there, like so, so that we can extend it in this direction. So let's knock out this here, and then we will extend it with the wood later on. So the first thing to do, take out these 2 pieces of wood here, and then we can just fill in this little section like so. I'm also going to take these out, make it a uniform structure for the floor inside. Now what I want to do is I want to take this base shape, so you've got 3 wall and 4 wall on the interior here, and want to make it the same distance going backwards, and then we're also going to go out to one side. So we start with the cobblestone, so we want 3 wide wall in this direction, so 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to want the oak slab, the oak log for the column that we're going to put up here, so 1, 2, 3 tall. I think 1, 2, 3 tall, yeah, exactly. And then we also want to go out to the side again, so 1, 2, 3, 4, because the front wall is 4 wide. We want that in the cobblestone, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th block will need to be the oak log going up, 1, 2, 3. So that now extends the house out backwards in this direction, but I also want to go out to the side. So what we want to do is knock out a few of these blocks so that we can do the same thing again. So grab the cobblestone again here, and we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's where the oak log's going to be, and then this way we want to go 1, 2, 3, and then the oak log will be here, and we've also got access into a cave back here, so we're going to want to put a little bit of a floor down here just to make sure we don't fall down there, like so, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 across here, and grab our oak logs, and 1, 2, 3 tall there, and 1, 2, 3 tall there. And then this interior section now we need to fill in with the oak to add our flooring in, and then we'll finish building the walls up, and then we'll have an extension of our house. Now because we're up against the cliff here, you could then extend further back into the cliff if you want more space, and then you can kind of build interior, and you could even, because of this looks like there's a little cave in the back, you could even put in a backdoor entrance into the cave system inside the cliff if you wanted to. So it's all about thinking about how you want to adapt these houses and just make them match the purposes that you want for whatever you're doing with the village. So this one I wanted to be quite a nice big space for the villagers to come and live in. Right, we're going to need to knock out a few pieces of this side wall here so that we can we're going to need to turn the roof around this section. Now if you look at the side walls, what we've got is we've got a row of cobblestone, then we've got a row of the oak, and then we go back to the cobblestone. So we want to do the same with that on all the sides. So let's start with the cobblestone. We want one row in the cobblestone on all of our walls. In fact, let's do that from the inside because it's just easier that way. And then on the next row we have our oak logs, and we want to put these sideways like so. So one on each side of the oak logs like so on all the sides, and then the gaps in between the oak logs we will need to fill in with the glass. So glass in all the gaps around here, which works out quite well for where we've got our cliff, you see, because we can still add the windows and you're still getting daylight because we're not quite backed up into the cliff. But of course, as I said, you could go another set of blocks back into the cliff so that in the back wall then you couldn't put windows. And then the next row again is the cobblestone, so we want to go back now to the cobblestone and put in another row all the way around like so. And then we can start thinking about the roof, and we might need to extend some of the walls and some of these corner oak logs up a little bit to make sure that we've got proper support for the roof structure. In fact, looking at that side there, we probably are going to need to do that. So, but what we're going to do is we're also going to curve the roof around the structure. So let me show you what I think. That tree is going to be in my way again, isn't it? The story of my life is every time I do a build there's always a tree in the way. Now I want to add some of the accents of the red. So like we've been doing before, I want to change the edges of the roof. Now this is where the tree gets in my way, look. Hello Mr. Villager, are you worried about what we're doing to your village? I kind of get that. Oh no, that's right, so we want to go all the way along this end here, like so. And then we need to get underneath this tree so that we can we get inside this pen underneath this tree to be able to change these out? Yes, I think we can. And then if we can come around the other side there like that, beautiful. Right, that's managed that without having to remove the tree. And then I want to go up the edge, just right on the very edge. Let's just turn that all into red. And let's do the same on the opposite side here. So let's take that down, make those all red, and then change these bottom sections into red here like so. And then we want to go along the front like so and extend one along on the oh, okay, we can get that in there now. Now let's remove those. We didn't want those there like that. Then underneath here we need to change these into the red. Make sure these are the upside down ones to give that extra thickness to the front of the build like so. There we go. And then let's come round to the side here. So what I would like to do now with the roof, because we're so close to the cliff, that's going to make this a little bit awkward. I want to turn the corner here and go along just above where the window structure is here, all the way along the back of the build. A little bit difficult to see because of being so close to the cliff. Like I said, you can extend into the cliff if you want, in which case you will just want to run your roof up to the edge of the cliff. So we want to come to the edge of the build and come one further along, and then we're going to want to make this come up to a peak with the red at the edge over here. So if we keep twisting around, this might make you dizzy with the quick twirling around, so just be careful with that when you're doing this yourself. And then because it's narrower, we want to make it an upside down stair pointed in the middle like so, and then you will extend your roof across, but we want to do that of course in the stairs of the oak wood stairs. So the easiest way to start is to start on this row here. So you go to the corner, you turn the corner all the way along the edge to meet up with this, and then we're going to do the same here And of course here we are going to need to add a little bit extra. So we want 3 there and 1 there, just to add in that corner. I did say we would need to add some in some places as we went along, so that's why we need to add that one. Right, so now we want to come along the top here. To the corner and turn it just like that. And then again here we want to do the same. Come to the corner, turn it around, and we want to come along the side. Make sure we put it in all the right spots. Actually we don't need to do that because we're at the top here. So what I would like to do here at the top is I want to put in a half slab along this section, just like so, right to the corner like that. Now up here, because we've got the stairs itself, that actually makes it a little bit awkward to try and add. We can't actually add like a slab because that's just going to look wrong because we can't put it centrally. So we've got 2 choices. We can just leave it as the oak wood, or we can remove these stairs across the top here and make those the red. So if we swap them for the red, so you've got the red stripe across like so. So with the red, that's what it would look like. And if you leave it oak, that's what it would look like. So I personally am going to turn it into red, but it's all personal preference. You might prefer to leave the tops oak, in which case you might also want to make that half slab in the oak as well. Just whichever aesthetic suits you better. And then now we want to fill in the gaps across here with the stairs. So run 1 row down there and 1 row across on here, and that should all nicely join up together. And then we just want to add some lighting and whatever decorations, furniture and things you want inside. I'm leaving mine fairly simple because I'm leaving this as a place for the villagers to live, hopefully. And we get the corner. Come on. That doesn't seem to want to go in as that. There we go, got it. Got it. So there's my roof. So that's my basic L shape for my house. Now there's a few extra things I'd quite like to do to that. The first thing I'd like to do is find some of the terracotta blocks, the pretty ones. Now we've kind of gone for red. Is that too much red if we went for a bright one like that? Do we want something paler? Or do we just stay with the oak? Would one of these terracottas be too much? Should we go for a pale? Actually, you know what? I might just go for the plain white terracotta on this. Now you're thinking, what are you doing, Kitty? Well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to make a small area in this corner. So I want to come where the cobblestone is, along the edge like so, and then I'd like to grab the, that's not the right spot, I want to come up the corner here with the stripped crimson stem, and then we'll use some of the crimson fence and some crimson stairs, and we're going to make it pretty. So what I want to do along this edge here, we need space to be able to get up, so I'm going to put 2 stairs like so. Then we're going to use the crimson stem again to just be the support structure, you see, like that. And then we want to grab the stairs again and we want to go upside down here. So we've got an edge and I want to go along the side there like so. Then with the fence, I want to fence it off all the way to there. And then I'm going to add supports on these 2 corners and right at the back there, see, and then across there we're going to grab the slab and we're going to make a little roof to this corner section here like so, and we're going to extend it to the edge of the roof in that direction, and we're going to leave it 1 short there like that. And then under here I'm going to add the crimson stem right in the corner, with the fence post on top of it, and then we're going to add a couple of stairs to seating along the corner to there, so that you can then look out over the pond, the cliffs and the farmland and take a look at the cows and things from your little porch area. And of course I'm going to replace the stairs at the front door with the red stairs. There we go, so that it all matches. And now that we've done that, we can grab a torch and we can add a torch on the porch there, and we can add one here next to the corner just so that we've got some light in there. And then inside the house we'll also need to make sure we've got enough lighting throughout, so I'm going to put one on the supports here, here and here, and then one above the window right on the corner at the end there, and I think that should be enough light for interior. And then of course you're going to want to make sure that you've got a few more things in here, so I'm going to make this area a bed space, so we're going to put a bed in this corner here, and we're going to put another one adjoining it here. Actually, do you know what, I want to put it like, can I put it here? And then in that corner I'm going to use the terracotta for like a place to put things, and we could even put a plant or something on the top of that. So if I grab we've gone for quite a lot of yellow. Don't really want to use a dandelion though, that's kind of boring. How about we use the red tulip, because that will match the red aesthetic that we've gone for with the house itself. And then let's put a plant there and a tulip in it. Yeah, see, and I've got a couple of beds there. I don't really want the bed right at the entrance. Let's grab the terracotta again. I think we're going to do it again here, so that we can put a couple of beds around that, and then put our plant again on the top, like so. I just want there to be like space, you see. And then let's grab a couple of chests to put in the middle. We want plenty of storage for here, don't we, inside here. And let's put a couple more seats over here. We've got storage over here. Let's grab crafting table and a furnace, I think. So we want the villagers to have access to a few like crafting things, just to give them space. And we've added a few new beds, you see there, to encourage the growth of the village as well. So let's close that door, and I think that is the basic structure for this house, for this conversion. We'll keep it fairly simple, you see. I mean, you could add flower boxes and things around it, but it's not necessarily necessary, is it? Necessarily necessary, that's a bit much of things to say, isn't it? Underneath where we've gone here, we could add a couple of the flowers, just to add a little bit of extra character. But I kind of like the idea of having a little bit of a decking that's raised up a little bit, which is what we've got here in this corner. So I kind of like that idea. And you could add flower boxes under the windows at the side if you wanted. Yeah, let's do that, shall we? Let's add one over here. Oh no, don't drop your flower, silly girl. Right, what we need to do then to add a flower box is we're going to need to move one or two of these out of the way so we've got space. And then we're going to need to add the grass coming along here. We want the crimson trapdoor to make the front and side of our box. Like that. And then we want to add our flowers. I'm going to add it at the two sides, not where that is, you see. Let's Can we knock that out? Yeah. And then we can add the crimson trapdoor at the side just to delineate the wrong side, wrong way. There we go. There we go. In fact, let's look for a smaller, flatter little plant here, shall we? Just for the centre so that we can add it in all the sides. There you go. Look, then we've got a nice little planter for some colour as well at the side. So there you go. That is my completed renovation of the little house, again in a different way, with the supported little platform on the decking at the side of the house. So hope that that's given you some inspiration for your own updates and upgrades to your villages, and hope that shows you the way that I go about thinking about updating these village houses for myself. Do it fairly simply, just do variations on the theme as you go throughout the village, and just have a lot of fun playing around with it. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy game!